Today's episode is brought to you by the Lost Lake Creamery, old-fashioned ice cream parlor, located at 5575 Shoreline Drive in Mound, Minnesota, just off the Dakota Bike Trail and the Lost Lake Channel on the north end of Cooks Bay of Lake Minnetonka. Stop in and see them today. 24 flavors to choose from. Pick up some ice cream on the way to the lake or on your way home from the lake. The Lost Lake Creamery, old-fashioned ice cream parlor.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the ride.
Well, I need to go. I need to go. I need you to say go.
Let's go! Welcome, podcast fans. It's another episode of the DK Project rolling through like you all are expecting. This is it. The big Thursday show. Got the big E on the line.
Absolutely. How you doing?
Diamond Dave is missing. I'm doing well, man. I am patiently waiting for the end of the week. I'm waiting for sun, and I'm waiting for the end of the week.
Well, keep waiting. Sunshine is off. It's a ways off for us here in the Minnesota land.
I'm telling you, why do we live here? I don't understand. I keep asking my wife that. She won't move. So I'm going to have to go without her.
Especially on Monday, when the cloud cover was so low, it felt like oppressive.
Oh, it's just brutal.
Prison-esque. Yeah.
And a cold. I mean, I was at a soccer game last night, and it's like, why do I have my winter hat on? It's May 1st. Bolsheviks.
Yeah.
Hey,
I know. When the little man's baseball team was taking Waconia to the woodshed, it was so cold, people had to go to their cars and get, like, additional whatever they had, like a blanket or extra coat, like
layers. It isn't right. I don't know. I don't know anything about global warming. I don't want to comment on global warming, but something's happening.
It's not global warming, dude. It's climate change.
Oh,
come on.
That's different. My bad.
Get with it. No, what's new with you?
Hey, nothing. I'm just chasing the dream.
Are we all?
I wish I had a good answer and a good response, but I don't.
This is the dream, though, right?
Well, some people would think so, but I don't know. I'm constantly chasing it. I had something interesting happen to me today, though. Listen to this. So I'm getting ready to go and do my normal job, and I'm like, I'll run through my email, and I had sent something out to the local university to try and find some help with my social media stuff. Just one of these kids who can fire out a million social media things to, keep me more present. And so I talked to them, and they're like, "Oh, I'll send you an email, and you just send us back the job posting, and then we'll post it and see what happens." I'm like, "All right, that's cool." So I'm waiting, no job posting. So I look into my deal, my junk email, which I think I deleted it or I read it verbatim, but. So I go into my junk email, and I find this email that says, "Hey, I know your password." And then it has my, because I've got like maybe 5 passwords I use, but one I use for a lot of things. And one of them that I use was in there, like clearly typed out.
Whoa.
And it says, "I have your password." And, I've gone in and infiltrated your computer. I've gotten all your contacts. I've gotten into all your photos, and it says
what? It said this in the email.
Yeah, I don't think I have it anymore, and I don't want to open it.
Holy!
And it says
that's a new level.
I got into your web camera and your videos, and I have video of you doing whoop 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 whoop, and I'm like, okay, now I know it's probably not real because there's no possible. It's not even an option. You know what I mean? Like. My webcam.
Wait. This person was saying they had a video of you doing what?
Certain sexual activities on my webcam.
Okay. So you can close that down.
And I'm like, okay, I know that didn't happen. So I know that this is a form letter. Plus it's in my junk mail. But my question to you is, given that they had my password typed out in there, for that I've used this one wherever ago, but what? Should I be concerned? Like, that's kind of weird.
Okay. I got a question before I answer that. So Was the password 123?
No.
Okay.
No, actually it was password 123.
Yeah.
No. This is a
You saw where I was
distinct
going.
password.
So it's a unique password,
Yes.
and they had it clearly typed out in an email to you.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. What is happening? I'm a little afraid, man. It's kind of strange, but
I guess I'd be a little nervous about that. I might be changing whatever that password logs into. Step one.
I don't even know anymore.
Change. I know.
I don't even know. It's just actually while we're talking, I do know one spot where it is. I'm going to bang it out quick.
I got an email. Today is Thursday, Monday, right?
Yeah.
No, Sunday. Because I'm with a bank that just changed hands to a new bank.
And I'd like to go on record as saying I hate that institution and will never do any banking there again. Continue.
The one that changed or the new one?
Or isn't it the same thing?
No, they were bought out by.
Well, I know, but the new, before it was okay. Where now it's like try getting a hold of somebody. No way.
Yeah, exactly. So, and they've been bombarding me with all the, we're changing this, we're changing that, So on Sunday, I get an email from the bank, and it says, you've access to your online banking accounts is frozen for like 15 minutes because you've tried the incorrect password 7 times in a row.
Oh, you got to love that.
I'm like, oh God, someone's trying to hack into the damn banking account.
Ah, that ain't cool at all.
On a Sunday, I can't call anybody at the bank on a Sunday.
No, well, that's somewhat reassuring though if it's on a Sunday because that means that it was probably just something that happened over the weekend. Oh, you didn't do it though.
No, I wasn't even trying to get into my account. I got locked out of my account because somebody else was.
That's not cool at all.
Sons of guns. Anyways, the listeners don't care about our banking problems.
That's true. That happened to me today, and I was
I borderline care.
It don't matter to me. I think that they. I don't know. I don't even know where you go with this type of problem. It's a problem.
Well, there are those services. I've never used them because I think they're a little sketchy. Like
yeah, exactly.
Password safe or whatever. Like, isn't that just begging to be hacked? Like, if your whole business model is keeping people's passwords,
then they know too much already.
It's a huge target, isn't it?
I'm just saying, I did start up with a new bookkeeper. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, well, yeah, we heard about that bookkeeper.
No, you didn't. That's part of the lost episodes, man. I feel like.
Oh, it is? What?
Yeah, I feel
That's that one.
I feel like Eddie Wilson, man. Those are the lost tapes that no one's ever going to find. It's a season in hell all over again.
Oh man, they're missing out on some good Northeast.
Yeah. Well, I might still release it. I don't know. It's timeless, so it can go on at any time.
True.
Yep. What's happening with you, man? I was so sidetracked by my fraudulent activity today. I figured I better get back and focus on my list. You got anything big and exciting? You're just working around the clock, right?
I'm working a ton, but I wouldn't say big and exciting, but I want to bring 2 things up. First, I'm really trying to, now that summer, is kind of going to come here pretty quick. I really want to use what little time I have left in my life to do some outdoor activities with the kids.
Yeah.
Right? Something different, something they haven't ever, something new.
Okay.
And I'm thinking extreme kite flying. You ever heard of this?
No. God, there was like a list of 4 things I thought you were going to go with, and extreme kite flying was not one of them. I don't know that I've ever heard of extreme kite flying.
Well, they love flying kites, so you can go out in the
extreme.
They go out in the old park, but they're kind of like they're older. They're just kind of bored with that now. You know what I mean?
So explain to me what extreme kite flying is. Do you have skis on your feet and it's over water?
No, that is an option. That's a side option.
Because I mean, if we're going to go extreme, let's get into kite surfing, bro.
The beginning, the entry level extreme kite flying is I don't know what you call it. It's like the kite looks more like a parasail, than a kite.
Oh wow!
And there are two handles. You have a handle in each hand.
Where do you do this at?
And you're doing the back and forth to make them do like 360s and dive bomb and all that stuff. And I wanted to learn a little bit more about it, and I Googled that. If there's some of I should actually send you the one I watched. You could post it on your soch.
Yeah.
There was an event happening, and there's a YouTube of this, and it is the geekiest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Really?
There's a dude who, I'll send it to you. There's a guy who is in a competition in a park, and they play music. They blare music out of like a PA system to each entrance.
Where is this at?
Like if you were in a skateboarding contest,
Yeah.
and it's like your turn, and they play your tune, you go rip it for 3 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Hey,
that's what they're doing with kites. And he looks ridiculous.
Where was this at?
Like a middle-aged dude with a pot belly sitting on his like one knee because the momentum of the kite is so incredible. It's going to take him away.
Where is this happen?
Awesome.
Where is this at?
Location, I don't know. I just found it on YouTube, and I immediately abandoned the extreme kite flying the moment I saw this guy doing it. Because
you know what?
If I ever looked like this guy in public,
this could be a Red Bull extreme sport.
It probably is.
I'm
especially when you
thinking
add water.
Do you know that they actually have a Red Bull extreme sport where they race planes? Like little planes around buoys and stuff?
I'm sure they do.
It's usually
like the remote
over
control
water.
ones you're talking.
No.
Right?
No. Those ones. No, real plane. Real pilot.
Really?
Yeah, check it out. It's probably filed right under extreme kite flying in the YouTube. But yeah, they actually have a series on whatchamacallit? Red Bull. It's usually over in Europe.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. But hey, you just made the greatest segue to another point I wanted to bring up. It was I was talking to a potential client, just shooting the breeze, and it was one of those nice days last week.
Yeah,
and I can't even remember how we got on the topic, but I think motorcycles came up.
Okay.
Right? We were just talking like, pretty soon motorcycles will be on the road. Maybe your husband has one. I don't know. It just came up.
Right.
I started talking about more. I used to ride,
Yeah.
So we're doing that deal, and I told her what the kind of bike that I had when I was younger, and blah blah blah. And she brings up that she's friends with, and this is local. This is a local guy.
Yeah.
She's friends with a guy. Went to high school with a guy who holds the Guinness Book record for fastest wheelie in the world.
Dude, I can get him on the phone right now if you want.
So I go, really?
Yeah.
Fastest recorded wheelie Guinness Book, I think she said 162 miles an hour.
Yeah.
On the wheelie, right?
Right.
And then she goes, and he's the unofficial fastest wheelie on ice.
Nice.
Get out of here. So she had video on her phone. So I'm watching this, and it was like the ice speed was like I want to say like 144, 145 on
in
ice.
A wheelie. Yeah, buddy.
And I go, God, why isn't that in the Guinness books? And turns out it's several thousands of dollars out of your pocket to have Guinness show up and whatever they call it, qualify you or record you or whatever.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a fee, and then you got to fly the people there. You got to put them up. Guinness isn't spending any money on this, dude. It's the person who wants to be in that book. Yeah,
well, it's funny you say that because
or that website. But can you imagine doing a wheelie at 160 miles an hour?
Well, twofold. On Tuesday's show, Natalie is in Hawaii, and her 90-year-old grandmother, she might even be older than 90, 92 maybe. Anyway, she holds the record for most pairs of novelty sunglasses.
Oh, come on.
No, and the Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah.
Well, now they're letting anybody in.
Well, yeah, I'll be sure to tell her you said that. Wow. Dude.
Well, she's a listener, and nothing against Natalie. It's just, I mean, sunglasses. It's not a skill.
Well, it is when you got to find a place to put them all.
Okay, well,
Who does
give me
that?
some numbers. Give me some numbers. What are we talking? How many pair?
Well, like 1,500, I think. That's a good number.
Huh.
And
yeah, wow. Huh? That's a lot of sunglasses.
You think? Not to bogart your deal, dude.
No, that's all.
But your extreme cyclist,
yeah,
is in my Rolodex.
Shut up!
I swear to God. I swear to God. I do. I said I know him. I'll get him on the phone right now. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were kidding. Like you were saying, get him on the phone. Like,
oh no, baby. So,
you know that what?
Yeah.
Hey, this for all the listeners. This was not planned.
No.
Holy crap.
I'm not even kidding. He is. Well, he lives extreme, as one might imagine. But
Yeah.
I had a house that I did out west here, near where you used to live.
Okay.
And he bought it. And
that one?
Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing? He told me,
By
and I'm
the
like,
fire station?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he told me, and he's like, this is what I do. And I'm like, well, seriously, what do you do?
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
What's gonna pay my rent?
And then last fall, I mean, I see him every now and again because he's, I don't know, he's noticeable. And
well, yeah, flying down the highway at 200 miles an hour on one wheel.
Yeah. Well, no. And I ran into him. We boated to Fletcher's, and there was like snow coming down, so it was like that time of year. And I pull in, and he all of a sudden pops out of nowhere and starts yapping with me, and ties the boat up, and we start talking. And he was, because he does this over in Ireland or Europe somewhere, and he's got to fly all of his crap over there. So while he's flying all of his, so he's got all of it. And the last time he went over there, everything got stolen. So he had to do it on a borrowed bike. Yeah. Like he had to, now for the listeners, we're talking about, I'm thinking he's crested right around 200 miles an hour in a wheelie on a motorcycle.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking extreme, and it's been in the paper and everything. But yeah, I run into him all the time, and he, I think he still owns that house. He's a good dude. He's, it's just got an extreme lifestyle.
Wow. So,
yeah, his name's Cecil Meyer.
So I can't even begin to. Okay, back up. He got his stuff stolen,
Yeah.
and he had to use somebody else's bike.
Yeah, there was another bike available.
Yeah.
But
here's my point. Like, if let's say I'm golfing.
Yep.
Okay. And I break my driver. I can't even drive
let's say
properly with
something
a
more realistic
driver.
You throw it in the water.
Yeah. And I use my buddy's driver, of which I've never used. I can barely hit the ball with it.
Right.
He's grabbing a new bike,
right,
throwing it up on one wheel and doing triple digits.
Yep. He is extreme.
That's legit right there because
well, that's what champions do. But yeah, he does not mess around, that guy. He's
I can't believe I brought that little nugget, obscure in my mind, to the table, and you know the guy.
Yeah. Yep. He
all right.
He's a serious cat. He I'm thinking he's just going to keep, bettering the record, which could you even imagine? Like if I get up to 100 in the car, it's like, whew, this is fast. We're like,
I better back her down.
Yeah. You're looking at 200 on the speedometer on one wheel. That's impressive. After this short commercial break, we'll be back with more of the DK Project. And now a word from our sponsors. Hey everyone, it's Darren from the DK Project. I want to tell you about my outdoor living space. I contacted NRD Landscape a few years ago, and they came out and helped me with the design and build of my outdoor dream space. I've actually used NRD on my last 2 projects, and both went better than expected. The team at NRD were so helpful throughout the whole process from design to completion. I mean, let's face it, the process is difficult to design and build your outdoor space. Why not bring in the pros at NRD Landscape? Whether you've been thinking about it for a while or you're just starting the process, contact NRD Landscape Design to get your project to the next level. Don't let another summer pass you by. Check them out on the web, nrdlandscape.com, or give them a call at 952-212-2665 and tell them you heard it on the DK Project.
Welcome back to the DK Project.
So now let's touch on a little more local current event. Bagadaga Casa, a la Lake Calhoun.
Yep.
Do you get to vote? You want to vote? Where are you thinking? I love how they have people on there that are talking about how this person was so offensive and how could they name this lake after him and he owns slaves and whatever. And it's like, are we going to rename every street? I mean, every street that's named Washington is offensive now. Everything.
Right.
But they changed that name of that thing so fast, it seemed a little fishy.
Yeah, and it kind of came out of nowhere, too.
And here's my question is, where did they come up with that name? Like, it didn't occur to anybody that you can't really pronounce this, so how do we name our lake that?
Oh, I'm sure that was the reason they used it. Drive the point home, baby.
Oh, my gosh.
But it translated to, like, White Lake Cloud or something.
How could it possibly have white in the name?
Well, yeah, maybe it didn't. I don't know. It translated into some pretty term for a lake.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. That's why they went with it.
But it was funny because it's like, how much money are we spending dealing with something that's so dumb? Like, you got nothing better to do?
Well, okay, here's my take on it is we all do our own deal, right? Our own life. I just can't even imagine spending a single second even considering the name of a lake like in any way. Like,
yeah.
It's so, I have so much more going on in my life than that.
And you're telling me that between the time that
Maybe it's because I'm white.
Well, it's totally because you're a white male, you dummy.
Yeah, I should be thinking of lake names more affectionately.
Duh.
I don't get it, man. I think I think some people just like to, I don't know what you'd call it.
Stir the pot?
Yeah. Just, it makes them feel better. You know, there's a cause. Some people like a cause.
But what they're saying is that between the time they named Lake Calhoun after whoever they named it after, which I have no idea. I like the name. So between then and now, there hasn't been another person named Calhoun that's worth a damn? Like, really? Like, you got nothing. Like,
transfer the name to old Johnny Calhoun.
Well, yeah, like Johnny Calhoun, the right-hander for the Twins back in '78.
You give it to him.
I mean, really, it's just, God, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, then you don't have to spend money on signage.
Nothing.
You don't have to all that. That's a good point.
Speaking of which,
but they're not afraid to spend money. The government agencies. I live in a small. You know where I live, right? Shorewood, small community.
Yeah.
We got. I'm not segueing here, but we'll get back to that. But I got a letter from our city a couple weeks ago that they were considering having garbage pickup on particular days. You know, like waste management gets Tuesday, Jerry's garbage gets Wednesday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So there's only one company on the roads per day, right?
Okay. Okay.
I know. Like, I didn't, again, never occurred to me.
Well, some cities make you use a particular garbage company. Like, I know the one that I was just in, they you have to use Waste Management. I think that's a scam. I don't think they should be able to do that.
But here, the point I was getting at is the letter that the city sent me said they're going to, there's two things about this that you're going to erupt at. One, they're going to conduct a phone survey to get the residents' opinion. Okay.
Yep.
On this matter, and the research on the city side, about $8,000.
Wow. Well, I mean, it's important not to have too many garbage trucks on the road at one time. Would it make sense that the garbage companies pay for this? Because,
anybody but the city
in the real world, they're the ones making all the money off the garbage, aren't they?
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
And I'm sorry, it's 2019. A phone survey. What percentage do you think have landlines at this point?
I'd like to put you on a dialer.
Hey, this is Tommy from the city. We're calling to get your take on garbage trucks. Do you give a shit? Does anybody give a shit? Is your road wide enough for 2 garbage trucks to pass? Do you have garbage?
Good God.
Do you even know what it is?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And that goes to one of my other points I was going to make. What about this? We got $170 million into Minlars, and we're just going to scrap it and start over. Like, with all the technology in the world right now, you can't come up with some type of a technology company that can do a license system for our state.
I know.
They've been working on this for 2 years. And your governor's trying to be all badass going, well, it's time to recognize there's a problem and scrap it and start over. Like, we got nothing usable for 100 and whatever million?
There must be so many, so much red tape in anything the government does, because I can't even fathom. You give that project to Google, and they'll have the software banged out in a weekend.
Yeah, right.
Seriously.
Right. And I got to think, even though Google is a massive company, or who the hell ever, anybody in Silicon Valley, you offer them $130 million? Yeah, we'll give it 10 minutes and we'll have it done.
I know. Exactly.
That's you know what? And I know you love talking politics, and we're not going to dive into the corner. We don't have time today, but that's the Trump effect. Like when the New York City was trying to do their ice rink, and they were constantly over budget and not finishing the project, and Trump comes in and slams that thing done half the time, under budget, done. And it's the same thing. Get the government out of this and throw it to a company that knows what they're doing, and it'll get done. It's so basic.
So to everybody out there, regardless of what aisle you happen to fall on, okay, and I'm being dead serious politically, regardless, we all have to we all have to agree that the government at any level is not very efficient at running projects.
Anything.
Nothing.
Anything. It's so disappointing to see that this is a problem. Like, there's so much other stuff they need to worry about, and we can't get license. And like we talked about this a couple casts ago, why don't they just do a thing where you go online, you pay your fee, they mail you the tabs, you stick them on your car?
Exactly.
It seems so basic. Just ridiculous. I don't understand how, did you see online another local nugget? This dude who shot that lady across the cop car,
yes.
Moore?
Yeah.
And whatever, that's done. It's put in the books. It seems whatever. I don't even want to get into that. But what about these people that are protesting now? Because somebody needs to hold these police accountable, and somebody needs to straighten out our police force. And it's like one cop who was somewhat inexperienced, freaked out, was scared, and shot somebody. When was the last time that happened?
Yeah, I know.
So now we're protesting. Like, there was 30 people on the steps of wherever the hell, and it's like, really? Like, what are you doing? Nobody is. Nothing's going to change. For every one bad cop, there's 50,000 good cops, and in any industry that you're in, there's bad people. There's bad people everywhere.
Yes.
There's bad mechanics. There's bad doctors. There's bad everything. But let's protest. Let's get together. And I don't know. It's like, you just hate this stereotype. But these people who are speaking at the podium for this type of thing, you're like, God, you look like someone who would protest. Like, come on. God, you're like a naggy, come on. It's just frustrating.
It irks you because like they'll protest on the 0.01% of that field that's poor at their job or just a bad person. I get it. But not a single word ever said for the 99.9% who do a fantastic job helping people and saving lives.
Fluke. It was a fluke that this happened. I mean, whatever. I don't know. I didn't get into the court case. I didn't study it. I don't know. And I may be completely, I think there's nobody protesting the results from the jury. I mean, if he would have been innocent, it would have been hell on earth.
Yeah.
But the fact that they found him guilty and these people are still pissed, it's like, I think we just need to be thankful that he wasn't a white dude and she an African American gal, a minority of some sort, because it would have been so much worse. I mean, already it's bad, but I don't know. The protesting and the hubbub that goes on for every little thing. Why don't you guys just go get a job and work on being a contributing member to society? Because how do you all get all that time off of work? That's what I want to know. I don't have time to run to get a pack of gum, much less go protest. I mean, who will make the signs? I mean, I don't
even know what you wear to a protest.
Well, how would I do my hair? I don't know.
I know. I mean, there's a lot of questions there.
Yeah. I mean, who's going to...
And I don't know.
You can't just jump into protesting. Is there protester training? I mean, I guess not, because you see a lot of these people and you're like, what? Hey, listen to this. I'm getting off of this nasty topic. Here's something. Here's a juicy nugget. We had soccer last night, so afterwards we stopped down at the local pub to get a little refreshment and some dinner. And there's a couple sitting at the bar, and normal people, blah 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 blah, and they're pulling pull tabs. And I've never been a pull tab guy. I have zero luck, and I have zero interest in wasting my money. Right. So we were there an incredibly long time to get a burger and some chicken fingers. Let me tell you that first. Like, holy hell. Luckily, I was able to do the research on this particular nugget because this restaurant was so slow. So this couple is having a couple of drinks at the bar, pulling pull tabs, and he's got to walk by me every time he goes to get more pull tabs. Okay, so we're not winning. All of a sudden, he gets up and he goes the other way to the cash machine. Paying an exorbitant fee to get his cash out of the cash machine so that he can play more pull tabs. Goes back to the pull tab lady, buys more pull tabs, and this cycle continues, right? He went to the cash machine 3 times in the course of I was there for probably an hour and a half. 3 times. And I literally was like totally...
I feel sad.
Yeah, I was blown away, and it's like, and you could tell these people, obviously they had the money, but even if I had tons of money, and I don't think at any point I'll be wealthy enough or in control enough to just say, I'm going to throw away $300 tonight on pull tabs on top of $40 in bank fees so that I get my money. I don't even go to a cash machine when I need cash because I don't want to pay the fee. And this is this is luxury fee when you're just pulling. It's crazy, but people are into it, man. I don't know. They dig the pull tabs. Whoo, just like the old.
I've never understood people who are into gambling. It's an odd thing to me. I don't gamble at all.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't get it. My money's too hard to come by to be throwing it away like that.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Big time. Real big time. Big time. I'm thinking we're nearing the end here, baby. We got to wrap this thing up.
What?
Yeah, we're at 32. What do you want from me?
This new format.
Dude, this is an ever-changing craft.
I can't stretch my wings.
Oh, really? Did you have a nug? What'd you have? We got time for a takeaway, but I'm sure you don't have one.
No, I'm good.
No, we're doing a more condensed speed version for my Tuesday show and my Thursday show. Keep people interested. We do need to send a shout out though to all of our listeners to send us an email, send us a text, get a hold of us on social media. We're looking for some local heroes, some real heroes like cops, firemen, military people. Send us some name and some contact information so we can get in touch with them. so that
Absolutely.
we spend some time talking zeros. We can talk about talking real heroes because they're out there. We just need the listeners to get us in contact with them. So stay tuned for the contact information, email, phone, whatever it takes, man. And we'll circle back around next week and do it again.
Absolutely.
Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon. Take care.
Ciao.
That's a wrap for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends. If you'd like to reach out, you can use the studio line at 612-504-6500 or by email, the DK Project Podcast at gmail.com. And of course, there's always social media at the DK Project Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.